What is up, everybody? I hope you're all doing well today, and welcome back to Fallout 4. With all of the new people coming into both playing and modding Fallout due to the recent show, and with the next-gen update just having come out recently, I thought it'd be a good time to put together a little beginner's mod video. And what I mean by that is I've picked out 5 mods to share with you today that would be very, very nice for someone who is new to modding, who maybe doesn't want to do a lot of complicated setup. All 5 of these mods are very simple, very easy to use. All of them are reasonably vanilla friendly. There's nothing too crazy with these, so maybe you're playing for the first time on PC and you just want a slightly better than vanilla experience. Maybe you want it to look a little bit better than vanilla, but you'd still like the actual game to stay in its, its standard vanilla state. But either way, and regardless of your reasons, I am here with 5 mods I believe would be great for a first-time modder. So the first mod we're going to be starting with today is Start Me Up, alternate start and dialogue overhaul. So we'll get in and show you here in a moment. I'm just going to start up a new game because why not? What this mod does is it allows you to skip all of the long, extensive intro to the game, all of the wandering around through the house, talking to the advertiser for Vault Tech, running up to the vault. It cuts out all that early cinematic stuff and simplifies the starting of a new game process. Now, if this is your first time playing Fallout 4 ever, somehow, you might consider skipping this one, at least for your first playthrough. But if you're like most Bethesda fans and you intend on doing multiple playthroughs, trying the different factions, even just wanting to make a new character without redoing their whole appearance and messing up a save, this mod is perfect. And let me load into a new one and I will show you why. Alright, we're going to keep this fairly simple, as when I play I tend to have a helmet on the entire game anyways, but we will find the ever important mutton chops. And I think we're almost there. There it is. Alright, character creation done. And here is where the Start Me Up mod will take effect. Instead of proceeding through the early game as you would normally, you simply walk to the door and you will get this prompt. You begin to notice that this isn't reality. Is it a dream or something from a memory? Now, if you choose the "this is only a dream," you will be able to pick the finer details of the starting of your character. The center option here, this is a memory, I don't want to relive this. I do believe just skips the early game, but doesn't have all the extra options this does. And then this is a memory, let's stay here a while. This just lets you play through standard. So as a slight correction to what I said earlier, you could still download this anyway and then use this option to continue your first playthrough normally, and then just have it available for when you want to do subsequent playthroughs. And there is no fancy setup to this mod. You just download it using your mod manager and it functions. It was very easy, and I am testing all of this on the next gen update. No down patching, no anything funky. I'm not smart enough for that. So this is very easy. So we're going to go ahead and go into the extended options. And this lets you continue the story, and in this one, which is what I will be using because I don't feel like playing through all the intro sequence for the 100th time now. And you can come in here, you can pick all your stats, which we will just kind of evenly distribute here because whatever, why not? Give ourselves a name. We'll accept that. Alright, so we've got these special attributes all put in there. Now we are onto the traits. I'm just going to take no traits because I don't find them that important. And I am ordinary. That's just fine. Thank you very much, game. We're done here. Now, you get an option as to... So this asks, what am I doing with my life? And then gives you a bunch of options. Hunter, Raider, Scavenger. All this really does is decide what your little kit you start the game is. Do you have a vault suit and a 10mm? Do you have, like, I don't know, a trench coat and a bolt action rifle? This is just kind of a pick what you want to start the game with. We're going to go ahead and let's go be a mercenary. What am I doing? And then where was I? This allows you to choose where you want to start the game. I generally always just pick the near Vault 111, which is where you start the game normally, just skipping the intro, but you can choose all of these other options. You can start in Concord, buy some random bus, junkyard, the Red Rocket down the road. You just pick where you want to go. For this video, we'll just choose Vault 111. So this is just asking how much gear you have, ammo, meds, food, water, all that kind of junk. We'll just choose plenty. This isn't going to be some kind of hardcore playthrough whatsoever. Let's see, where was I? What do I have? How much do I know? You can also choose your starting level, and then once you're done setting all that up, you just choose enough. I'm ready to wake up, and you choose it once again. Alright, and we are in the game. An easy start, easy skip, a little bit of free gear. This is a very nice mod. I highly recommend it, and I quite enjoy this one. Alright, and the next mod we have today is Vivid Fallout All-in-One. This is a fairly simple mod. It is just a tireless recreation of, I want to say, almost all the main textures in the game. You know, buildings, vehicles, I want to say a lot of like rocks, puddles, surfaces, just a lot of retexturing to make the game look a lot nicer. Now we'll kind of pan around here, look a little bit. It might be hard to tell at face value how much better it is, but having played both vanilla, especially vanilla on console, and then coming to PC, and then upgrading to using Vivid Fallout, I can tell you it looks a lot nicer and it is a lot cleaner. Definitely not the best viewing with it being all rainy out, but regardless, this texture pack is fantastic. I've had zero issues with it, and it just makes the game look a lot more detailed and a lot nicer. One other benefit to this is the mod creators says that the textures used for this pack are actually less VRAM intensive than the original vanilla textures. Now, I don't have a top-of-the-line graphics card, but one thing I do have is a lot of VRAM in mine, so that wasn't something I have dealt with, was running into VRAM issues. But if you're on a lower to mid-end PC, you might even see some slight performance increase when using this mod because of that. Again, I can't fully attest to that as it's not been a problem for me, but it is stated that it can help. So that is just another wonderful little extra detail packed into this mod. And now we will move on to the next one. Alright, so the next mod we have today, number 3 on our list, is Vivid Fallout, LOD, and Far Distant Detail. So this one kind of goes hand in hand with the mod we just talked about, but it does something a little different. So Fallout 4 does not have the best LOD, which is like loading in the distance and whatnot, distant detail and all that kind of fun stuff, as the name of it suggests. This mod just improves the visual clarity and detail seen at a distance and just cleans it up a lot. If you go look at the mod page, the author has some very good pictures before and afters showing you the difference, but it just makes everything in the distance look a lot nicer, which for me creates a much nicer atmosphere. So it's not a massive mod, but even in a more vanilla setting, it just kind of makes the world feel a little more alive and just a little bit nicer looking, which is both wonderful for a vanilla playthrougher or someone who's heavily modding their game. And it's very performance friendly, so you will not be having, or should not be having, any extra performance dips or issues because of this. It's just a net positive all the way around. And number 4 on our list today is Faster Workbench Exit. So, if you haven't played Fallout before, which is how I'll describe this to you, as if you don't know what I'm talking about, when you go to use a workbench, there's a lot of animation, a lot of your character slowly going to use it, getting on it, using the bench, all this fun stuff. And then when you go to leave, there's always a very, very long, like sometimes between 5 to 10-second delay simply to exit the workbench. It is obnoxious, and if you're someone who's doing a lot of the settlement building, doing a lot of crafting, upgrading your gear, just doing all kinds of things like that, it gets very, very tedious with how long it takes to exit the workstations. This mod makes it near instant, and it works just fine on the next gen update, as I will show you. Look at that. Instant. You get in, you decide you don't want to do something, or maybe you're just done. Boom. All the way out of it, no long animation, no just excessive waste of time. You're just done. It is so convenient. It's very small. Again, it's a very vanilla friendly, you know, low intrusive on your Fallout world, but it just is a lot of convenience packed into one very small download. You don't have to do any kind of extra setup. You just throw this in your mod organizer straight from the Nexus website, and problem solved. I could not be happier with this mod, and it is fantastic. Alright, and the last mod I have for you today is the Fallout 4R Gun Sound Overhaul, or FO4R Gun Sound Overhaul. What this does is overhauls all player and NPC ballistic and energy weapons sounds. Shots, reloads, shells dropping, equipping the gear. All of the sounds have been redone, and this mod is phenomenal. I've only gotten to try out a few weapons myself since downloading this one, but everything I've tried so far has been wonderful. And not that there's a particular issue with all of the vanilla sounds in Fallout 4, but these just sound so much better, and they add so much more, at least for me, more ambiance, like the crack of the gunshots, the reverb, the what would you call that, the like aftershock of shooting. Just they all sound so much better. And again, this is a very unobtrusive, not stacking a lot of things on your Fallout. I would consider this very vanilla friendly. It's just an improvement. And so we'll go ahead and take a couple shots at nothing over here with the guns I have equipped at the start, so you can take a listen. Alright, well, as you can see, they sound fantastic. I'm in love with this mod. This one is definitely going to be sticking into whatever load order mod list I'm using. I really like these sounds. Firearms are a big hobby of mine, and I definitely appreciate all the work that went into making these very high quality sounds for the game. Though I do end up not using a lot of vanilla weapons after a while, but for when I do, this mod is fantastic, and I highly recommend it. Alright everybody, that is going to wrap it up for my 5 beginner mods for Fallout 4. I hope you have fun playing, whether it's your first time or your 100th time. I appreciate you taking a look at my video today. If you liked any of these mods or think you'll be using them in your load orders from here on out, give me a thumbs up. If you're more of a veteran watching this video for whatever reason, let me know down in the comments if there's any functional mods right now that you think would be very good for a new modder or someone just looking to vanilla plus their playthroughs, as there's a ton of mods to look at out there. I've been trying to scour through to find ones I like to use in videos, but if you have recommendations that you'd like to see come up in future videos, definitely let me know down in the comments. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.